This is a real haunting of the Queen Mary. The RMS Queen Mary, once a luxury ocean liner and later a World War II troop ship, now rests permanently docked in Long Beach, California. People visit it daily, tourists, ghost hunters, even skeptics. But for decades, countless witnesses have sworn they've seen things aboard this ship that defy explanation. The story begins with the ship's history. During its service, the Queen Mary carried millions of passengers across the Atlantic. But the ship's past isn't just glamorous, it's tragic. During World War II, it was nicknamed the Grey Ghost and transported thousands of soldiers. In 1942, it accidentally collided with a smaller vessel, splitting it in half and killing more than 300 men instantly. From then on, many believed the Queen Mary carried a curse. Visitors today claim those souls never left. One of the most infamous hauntings takes place in the ship's engine room. It's said to be the most active paranormal location on board. Staff and guests have reported hearing metallic bangs, boots clanging on catwalks, and even disembodied voices echoing through the machinery. But the scariest part of the engine room is the watertight door number 13. Back in 1966, a young sailor was tragically crushed by this door during a routine drill. Since then, countless people have reported seeing him. He's described as a man in coveralls with a neatly trimmed beard, walking silently along the corridor. Some claim he even asks visitors for help before vanishing right before their eyes. Then there's the ship's first-class swimming pool. Though it's been drained for decades, people insist they hear the sound of splashing water and wet footsteps echoing across the tiles. Tour guides often report seeing the ghostly figure of a woman in a 1930s bathing suit pacing along the pool's edge. Others mention a little girl named Jackie, who supposedly drowned on board. Her laughter has been caught on recordings, and her voice has even answered ghost hunters' questions. But perhaps the most chilling accounts come from Cabin B340, considered so haunted that it was closed off to guests for many years. Stories include bed sheets being ripped away in the middle of the night, lights flickering on and off by themselves, and loud knocking sounds that seem to come from the walls. Guests have fled the room screaming, swearing never to return. Eventually, management sealed it shut. Only recently was it reopened for those brave enough to test their luck. Skeptics argue it's just old pipes and the power of suggestion. Yet too many reports, hundreds, spanning decades, tell the same story. Footsteps in empty hallways, ghostly figures at the end of corridors, and whispers that follow visitors long after they leave. One tourist described it best after experiencing the ship's haunted corridors. He said, "It's not the things you see that terrify you. It's the feeling that someone is standing right behind you, even when you know you're alone." Today, the Queen Mary is known as one of the most haunted places in America. Paranormal investigators from around the world come to test their equipment, hoping to capture proof. Some leave with nothing. Others leave convinced the ship's past is still very much alive. And if you ever step aboard at night, listen closely, because if the stories are true, the Queen Mary isn't just a ship. It's a vessel of the dead, carrying echoes of its passengers forever across the water.